Notice we're not in the correct version of Minecraft that I normally play in. We're building today. I know it's been a long time since I've done a building tutorial, so sorry about that. Today we're going to be building a ship because Minecraft 1.13 is a thing, and soon Minecraft 1.14 will be a thing. So we're going to be building some stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it. As you can see here, I've chosen a spot which seems relatively large, right around here, and what I'm going to do is start here, and we're going to build a large ship. Not like a big cruise ship or anything, more of an old-fashioned ship, because honestly, cruise ships are boring. If you guys want a cruise ship tutorial, I can do that, but I want to do this right now. So, let's get started. Well, obviously, first thing we need to do is just build up. I could do /fill, but it's at this distance, it's so much faster just to do that. There we go. Alright, so we have our starting block, which we can use. Now, first things first, I'm choosing spruce as my main block because it's easiest. Whoops. I just tabbed out of my window. Alt tabbed. So, we're going to start off with this basic design. Because this design is obviously really easy to do. Let me just continue one more down. And then we put it in one more. And that's basically the design of the ship. It's really easy and simple to understand, so you should have no trouble with this. I thought about building some other stuff, like maybe a tower coming out of the water or a docking port, but I settled on just doing this, because it seemed like the best idea for an aquatic update. Because, you know, aquatic ship came to mind. Alright, let's just finish up this. Obviously, the ship will be larger than this. I'm not making a ship this small. That's just not happening. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to continue out right here. There we go. Because then we can continue out the sides and it won't look as weird. Because having these thin areas like right here just looks kind of weird. Now all we need is a like Movecraft or whatever. I forgot the actual name. So that we can just make it move. It's like that plugin that lets you make stuff move if you have like a certain ratio of something. Floatable blocks. Or we could just get the mod, but yeah. Alright. I think I might have missed a block back there. No. We didn't. Alright, we're good. So this is just going to be the base of it. I think I might continue it one more out, just to make it a bit larger. Because you can see, otherwise it looks really weird. Considering how big I want this to be. Also, this is not the full length. This is not the full length, I promise. Imagine if this was the full length of the ship. That would be so funny. I mean, it would be the shortest tutorial in existence. Oh, by the way, I would put this at a pretty high ranking tutorial level, so not the easiest thing ever. So I'm just gonna build these up, which usually doesn't take too long considering they're just flat. Also, these blocks right here, since they're not showing on the outside, those don't need to be included. They were just for support during the original start. There we go. Oh, whoops. So like I said, these are not required to be continued at. Also, for anyone wondering, I'm modeling it off of one of like the 1700 warships. Maybe a bit later than that, maybe like 1800s. Of course, during the 1800s, they were developing steamboats. I'm pretty sure. Watch this, I was like 1985. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that late. Really? I'm hoping. Look, I was always definitely good at history. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's just finish continuing these out, and then we will have our main hull length. You might say just use one of the shipwrecks. Those are tiny. Nah, I'm not using one of those. I like the most minuscule things in existence. They're like, yeah, we've included shipwrecks. You mean raft wrecks. Those are not ships. They're way too tiny. Alright, so here's the basic like design of it. It's really simple, but it looks good from the underside. Mostly. Yeah. Alright, so one of the things we need to do is first start off by adding the back on, which is surprisingly easy, because basically what you need to do is, so the front of a ship is always more pointy than the back. The back is a lot more, I don't know exactly what you call it, kind of more stubby. It's shorter like that. And then we can, that's correct, isn't it? Oh, I forgot to block there. There we go. And obviously we can just continue this up. Are you kidding me? I can place blocks very correctly, alright? Don't question me. Alright, there we go. So this will be the back of it. I'm going to place 2 more blocks right there and do that just so it looks a bit nicer. So this would be where the deck would go at the back. There we go. Obviously the front is going to be a lot more complicated, because we have to continue it out and have it curve up. But we'll work on that in a minute. The first thing I want to do is just add a deck to this whole thing. So let's do it. I need to figure out exactly. So right about here is the maximum you can reach. So then you just go across while drag clicking, if you can drag click, and then you place a lot of blocks. It works great. I mean, you could also do something like install an auto clicker, but clicking I personally like more, because auto clickers are annoying, and plus they can get you banned on Hypixel if you accidentally activate it. Yay. Alright, let's go. Okay. Alright. We're almost done finishing up adding in the deck. Obviously the deck is one of the very important parts of a ship, because you know, the deck's important. So like this, it does not look good right now, I know. One of the things we will do is add cannons later and everything like that. Now let's work on the front. So one of the things I wanted to do at the front was have kind of like a log going up, just because I think it looks nice. Oh, whoops, there we go. Alright, so like this, and then we're actually going to, we can add that back in. I'm going to continue that one out. It's getting to be night, but that's fine, because conduit power makes it so we can see in the dark. Yeah. Conduit power also, honestly, is a pretty cool thing. Oh, God, I forgot. I can't see out of water, though. It's a lot darker out of water. Alright, there we go. Okay. We can end it off right there. Oh, whoops. So right here is more or less the basic design. Of course, they're not even. I noticed. So let's make them even. Is that even? Yeah, there we go. We can destroy these inner ones. So the front here, I'm now going to add one more onto here. And then have, basically, this part will be going up till about here. That's kind of the basic design I'm going for. But, we're going to do something more like this to make it look a bit more curved. Also, it'll look more stable in the end. I know it's a really long front end, but it looks good when you put the whole ship up next to it. I promise. And if it doesn't, I'll change it. Also, by the way, the tutorial might be slightly long. Just saying. Just, you know, a bit of warning. So, let's just quickly continue out from right here. Nope. I fell off my own ship. Man overboard. Alright, one of the reasons that I like ships is because like a year or so ago, me and my friends went on a server with Movecraft and built a giant floating ship. It was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly set the time today. Alright, there we go. You can see right here, the front of the ship looks pretty good right now. This obviously looks really flimsy. I can reinforce it later. But for now, one of the things we need to work on is the deck. So one technique you could use would be trapdoors. Like that. And they look pretty good. But I think that a better one is just to use straight up fences because they look nice. Obviously, I think that it's a good idea to use those and also cobblestone walls occasionally, just because it makes the whole thing look a lot more sturdy. So personally, I'm gonna go with where's dark oak? That's nether brick. Dark oak here. God. Remove. Alright, so we can continue it out to about here. That'll work. Alright. So there we go. There's just that part of the ship done. Front here we can add fences onto later, but now let's work on the back of the ship. So obviously, I'm going to use strip birch logs as little support beams. We're gonna pull it up to about there because I think that looks like the best height. I thought about using a different color wood, but I decided not to, just due to how it would make the ship look. And also, everyone thinks that like the back of a ship is pretty short. Actually, they were usually pretty tall. Also, it'll look fine later. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. Has no clue what he's doing. That would be pretty funny. Alright. Remove that. There we go. So now we're going to continue and put a beam of these along the top. But first, just add this in. Alright. Remove that. Okay, now is the part where you can build the deck. But first, we need to have a staircase running down here. Let me grab that. Because usually there were staircases around here. I know it seems very weird with a ship having that big of a staircase, but it's fine. Alright, there we go. So we're just going to have that there, and then we might even continue it down, but then we're obviously going to have these walls continue out underneath the staircase, because then we could just steal more room. Like that. Also, this is only going to be 2.5 block high. We're going to use slabs in the roof just to make it a bit higher. We might even remove this and replace it with like some other type of slab, because you could replace it like this, which looks good, but they're stone slabs, so no. Yeah, stone does not look good on a wooden chip. So obviously you can see back here how it looks right now. The other thing we could use is trapdoors, but I decided not to use those because honestly they look really strange. Like, imagine you see a ship and then like half of the roof is just trapdoors. That'd be pretty weird. You can't deny it. Here we go. So here's the back deck. You can see the ship's looking a bit more shippy. I don't know the word. Is there a lingo for that? I don't know. Maybe there is. There we go. And then we'll add a door in here later. And then Got him. There we go. Having a lot of staircases just looks nice. I honestly don't know why. You could just add a ladder, but I prefer the look of having a bunch of staircases. It makes the ship look more streamlined, in my opinion. I need ladders. What the heck is that? Is that a dolphin? I think that was a dolphin. God, that scared me. Like, I heard that. I'm like, what is that? I think that was a dolphin. That makes sense. Unless it's Friday the 13th, is it? That'd be funny. Because wasn't there a thing where, like, they had, like, a Herobrine prank on Friday the 13th? Or, like, Herobrine could appear in your game or something? I thought that was a thing. Alright, yeah, there it is. Wonder if I can find that. That'd be a scary video. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna need to add the, like, helm, I guess you'd call it. Man, this is gonna be a big helm. What I want, I mean, I guess I could put a painting or a sign. Are there any, like, wheel looking objects? I don't think there are any, like, wheel looking objects in this game. That's awkward. I mean, like, wow, there's legit, like, no wheel looking objects in this game. God. I guess let's just go with the sign. That seems like the most logical. There we go. What should it say? Like, I think it should just have, like, I don't know. Nah, that doesn't look right. Ooh, I know. Visitor and... Where's backslash? I know where stuff is on my keyboard, I promise. Oh god. Okay, actually that might be a bit harder than I thought. We're just gonna say enter and just add a line. Yeah, there's your wheel. It's 5. It's the weirdest wheel ever. There we go. Looks great. Perfect. Alright, so now, like, the main design of the fishes fit. I just called it a fish. Oh, look, dolphins. Hey, what's up, buddy? What's up? Oh, whoops. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone. We need wool. Personally, I'm gonna go with black sails because pirates. I don't know. Seemed the most logical to me. Yeah, maybe a couple blocks taller. And this is only going to be a 2-sail ship. Of course, it's going to have the general small... No, that's too far forward. Yeah, that looks about right. So making sails that look like they're blowing in the wind is actually pretty easy. Because legit, all you have to do is, well, one, you need to make the sail frames, which are usually pretty big. We'll add it here. No, it needs to be continued. 2 more blocks out, I'm guessing. Yeah, so about there will work. You can also replace this with thinner stuff later, if you don't like how annoyingly long these things are. Wait. That one's 9 blocks long. Yeah, that one's it's 1 block higher. There we go. So that one's all set. Looks fine. Basically, now the sail would start up normally around here. Also, we're not building one of those giant sail ships. We might even cut off some blocks on the end. I'm just adding those on in case. So we're going to start up right about here. So one of the main things with the sail is you're having a bowed design. So it's going to be out quite a bit here, like I'd say up to about here. So we can add that in, as that's the point where it needs to reach. And then we can start at the ends, or close to the ends on these. So now we can start by continuing these out. I messed that up so hard. So that would be kind of the general design. Obviously, I think I'm going to move this one out more because it wants to look bowed in the wind, meaning it would be really far out right here. Then you can just kind of continue it around. Very easy design. Stay daytime. Is there a setting for that? Like, stay daytime. That'd be cool. Obviously, building with black wool probably wasn't the best idea because it's dark. Alright, so one back. There we go. You can see how the sail will end up looking. It's very simple. It's like probably one of the easiest sail designs ever because realistically it requires no skill to actually do. It just requires, like, okay, I shouldn't say it requires no skill, but it's really easy to do. So if you want to attempt it, not hard. Try it. Alright, so that'll continue out one more block. There we go. And right up there. So there you go, there's the basic sail design. We're actually going to chop off these extra pieces, like I said. So this will be approximately 14 blocks wide. Technically it will be 15 if we're considering the middle post. There we go. So basically now you just have to fill it in, which is not hard. Like, really not hard. As you can see here, it's really easy to fill it in just due to the fact that you can just follow a really simple pattern on filling it in, and then it becomes very easy. That one too high. There we go. And then like this. Also, I'm only going to show you one sail because I'm doing the two sails identically, so there's no point to show you the other one. So I'm just going to show you the full building of this one, just so that people can understand it. I mean, I hope people can understand it, like, on their own, just from the design. But if you can't, here's a legit, like, actual building of the sail. And here I'm actually only going to reinforce these connection points because at the top I want it to look like it's actually hanging down instead of like fully just attached. And then you could ask me why I haven't added a pirate flag. Because I didn't actually intend for this to be a pirate ship. I said pirates, but like I didn't actually mean for it to be a pirate ship. I meant that as a joke. I just like black sails because white looks really normal. There you go. Of course, you can add some other effects like cutting out some of the blocks like there, just to make it look more, I don't know, sail-ish. And obviously, you're gonna need to make this look nicer because right now it looks very flat at the front. So you can do something like adding more wool in, and also try to make sure, one thing is, you don't want it to look like a block. That's the main thing with these types of sails, is they shouldn't look like blocks. So you basically just need to like cut out some of the corners here, like these. Oops. There you go. And then you can just follow around to the back. Place. Oh, whoops. I was about to place it. I'm just gonna place it there, 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 and there. just to make it look less square. It does help, because honestly, a square sail is the weirdest thing in existence. So this is basically what the front of your sail should look like. And honestly, I think it looks fine. It's good enough, because you can see it looks bowed at the back, which helps with the whole effect of the ship. And then obviously you're just going to copy and paste it onto the other one, which is more easier with World Edit. So, yeah. Now, let's continue with the second sail, and I'm going to do this off camera because it's the exact same thing as this one. See ya. Alright, so I've got the two sails done. This one's slightly different, just because I didn't want them to look perfectly identical, but it shouldn't be hard to change them up. Anyway, we're almost done with the ship. Really, the last thing we need to do is just detail the front. Now, you could say put a giant flying eagle on there, but I'm not that good at building. Come on. Oh, and also we'll probably add some other stuff onto here later. But let's build. So, first things I'm going to do is continue the fence up along here. Just because I can. And it's too wide, so it fits it perfectly. There we go. And then we could make it so you could walk out on here, but it just looks really weird to me. So we're going to add an end rod. I don't know why. And then just have a bunch of end rods continuing down here. Alright, they can't be placed on the water. That's fine. We'll just add them there. I don't know why that looks good to me, but it does. Anyway, on some of these, I'm going to add an end rod. There we go. End rod. We'll just continue down and add one more end rod. This is just for extra detail. Here, we're adding more light. Obviously, you can add a door here. I'm personally not going to. You could also detail it. Again, I'm personally not going to. I don't do very much with this type of thing. I'm going to add just a lot of end rods onto the ship, just because I think they look nice as ship details. Alright. There we go. And then also one on top of each one of the sails. I misclick. There we go. And then, of course, at the back, we'll add some on. And then finally, let's just continue these out a bit. And you're done. That's it. I know it's not like the greatest ship in existence, but I personally think it looks okay, especially for the fact that this would be like a starter base. I'm not saying this would be like your end game base. If it was, I'd probably build this like, it would be wide like up to here and just continue out like into the distance, like farther than my render distance. But yeah, that's it for the tutorial today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I pushed a bunch of fences. Leave a like, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, I'm out.